Donald Trump's former archenemy Kamala Harris and the current number one thorn in his side, Gavin Newsom, just teamed up to deliver a bombshell that destroyed the commander-in-chief of corruption's weekend, and I have all the delightful details for you next. First up is Kamala, who's been raising her profile and voice against Trump as of late. Watch as she lights up the crowd at the Prop 50 rally and creates a kind of energy we haven't seen since November. The proposition is also known as the Election Rigging Response Act, a countermeasure against mid-cycle partisan redistricting efforts in Texas and other states.
Are we going to do this? We going to win? Do we know how to fight? Do we stand for our democracy? Do we stand for what is right? Do we believe in the power of the people? All right then. All right then. So listen, I wanted to just come by to, in particular, thank everyone here, all the folks who have been canvassing, knocking on doors, talking with your friends, talking with your neighbors, talking with your cousins, talking with your play cousins, talking with all the folks about the power of the people, because that's what this is about. It is about reminding folks that we refuse to kneel at the foot of a tyrant. That's not what we do. We stand for the principles upon which our nation was founded. We believe in the Constitution of the United States. We believe in the power of the vote. And we are prepared, when necessary, to fight fire with fire.
And the next person to call on Americans to fight the good fight during yesterday's Democratic Revival event was Governor Newsom. Watch as he steps up to raise the roof, and then I'll have the bombshell he dropped on Trump today.
So here we are. Here we are. Days away from this historic election. Days away from sending a message. And a year from now, what this is all about is Democrats getting back on our toes, not our heels, getting our mojo back. I mean, I don't know what happened to us last few months. You know, everybody all, hand wringing and all this, but we're back. The biggest story, you know it. You all know this. Standing tall and firm for health care. Standing tall to our diverse communities. Standing tall for the founding fathers. That's what this election is all about. So I just want to thank you.
And today, Newsom was on Meet the Press, and what he said about the two governor races and the New York City mayor's race that will be settled Tuesday is sending shockwaves through Trump's White House and the Republican Party. Have a listen.
It sounds like you're predicting a big night for Democrats on November 4th.
I am, and for obvious reasons. I mean, this is a historically unpopular president. His policies are even more unpopular than the president himself.
I cannot wait for November 5th, November 6th, and all the punditry. Historic victories all across the United States of America. Proposition 50 winning by double digits. A new governor in New Jersey, a new governor in Virginia. Democrats back, united.
I mean, look, if they're a test of Donald Trump, then Donald Trump can't be too happy with what we're seeing in the data right now. I mean, you talk about New Jersey. What do we see there? I know a lot of Republicans want to think that Jack Ciattarelli is closing the gap. But in all honesty, what we see there is that the Democratic candidate, Mikey Sherrill, has a clear advantage, about 6 points. That's the closest of the three races that we're talking about. Virginia, you see Abigail Spanberger way up there by double digits, up by 10 points. Zohran Mamdani, the Democratic nominee, is ahead there by 16 points. At this point in time, and granted, Election Day, we'll see what happens. But at this point in time, to me, it seems like the Democrats are most likely going to sweep all three of those races. And that's in part because of Donald Trump. But
in every core category, he's underwater. And he's a guy who promised to make us wealthier and healthier. We're poorer and sicker. Across the board, people are starting to realize that not only is our coffee more expensive, their beef is more expensive, but the cost of an automobile is more expensive. Since he became president, the cost of utilities, all the things he promised to solve day one, he hasn't solved.
If the predictions by Newsom and CNN hold, it's not just bad news for Republicans. It is catastrophic for Donald Trump. These aren't just local losses. They're political warning flares lighting up the sky over the White House. Every GOP defeat is another voter saying, we've had enough. Enough of the chaos, enough of the corruption, enough of the cruelty, and enough of the cult that blindly follows. This is an election tremor that could shake the foundation of Trump's dominance and set the stage for the earthquake to come. With midterms just a year away and the balance of power in the House at stake, the MAGA machine could hit the wall, and Trump's last 2 years could be reduced to rollbacks on his policies, humiliating losses, and impeachment hearings. Let the panic begin.